Oh my god. I can't even. Oh my god. She's beautiful.
That's annoying. Okay, give me a little bit. I'm still setting up. Alright, I am here. Okay. Wish I could have an art someone on the stream. That's not what I want. Get out of here, Skype. Need to try and organize my secondary thing real quick. Just try to move you over here. Don't really need to see too much of this. So let's just make this a lot smaller and put that down here. And we'll move this chip. No, do not fill the entire window with my wiki chat. I do not want to see that. What am I going to do? I suppose I can make this a lot smaller. Sorry guys, you'll have to give me a moment. I'm trying to sort this nonsense out. Somehow my stuff got all messed up, so now I have to reorganize my chat and etc. Please stop it. Thank you. One moment. It's not scared of daylight out people with abrupt music. Move from list. Oh yeah, we're on this one. I should have taken more time to set this up. Oh well. I think we're good for now. Okay, we're actually on. Okay. My apologies, good lord. I can't say anything right. Anyway, welcome to a live stream. It's been a while, and I'm going to be working on some character art for the game. I can already tell I'm probably going to have some issues with some of these. But let's get into it anyway. First off, gotta make sure I please do not do that. It's so annoying. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun stream. I can already tell. That moment when you just want to get the crop done. Okay, so I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for this character model thing. Okay. Try a very light green color to start. Yeah, I figured that would come up. And so it begins. Wonder how many of those I will patch over the course of the entire stream. Probably quite a lot. And that's the second one I have to fix. Hooray. Anyway, my name is AoDLegacy, and I'm going to be working on the art of the game. Gosh darn it, I completely missed the ear. Why do you have so many holes in your line art? Just stop. Okay. If we could not keep doing that every 5 seconds, that would be appreciated. I can already see another one I need to fix, and I'm not even paying that much attention. Can you work with me here? What is this? How are there so many holes in the line art today? I swear this computer is doing this on purpose now. There's another thing I missed, apparently. There we go. No one will ever know. Okay. Can I be done with fixing line art? That should be already done. Gosh darn it. That's a bit better. Now hopefully we can actually do what we're supposed to be doing, which is actually making art. What's that gonna look like? I suppose that's fine. Probably gonna have a dark color for this character. Where do I start it though? I think I'll start right there. Why am I not surprised by that? Please do not do that again. Let's go for darker blue right over here as well. And probably a lighter shade right here. It'll do nicely. Anyway, I'm working on these because it's been well more than a year into the game development and I've still not added a single extra race to the game. So I decided, you know what, get your priorities together, let's get some extra content in here while we're working on a somewhat related theme, aka Ancient Forest. Couldn't think of a more fitting place to put elves into the game with. And my favorite music in the game so far is still that one. You can't go wrong with this song. You just can't. Okay. Things have finally settled down. More or less. This thing isn't trying to bleed into other parts of the image every 5 seconds, so I guess we're good. Okay, looks like we got everything. Only one thing left to do. Where is it? There it is. Let's actually plug in the silly tablet and get actual work. I don't know why I'm so disorganized today. There we go. Now we can get going. And of course, it immediately does that to me. I'm going to pick an arbitrary light source, and I'm probably going this way. I just realized all the work I'm putting before me right now. So what I tend to do with various choices with the game is I'm going to skip this one. I said I'm going to skip this one and play. Okay, there we go. somewhat passable music instead of my piano dun 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 nonsense. Okay, finishing thoughts for the win. Right. Let's actually target the rest of the image now. Doubt I'm actually gonna make a boo-boo with the rest of this. Actually, yeah, that's fine. What was I doing? Okay. I questioned some of its selection capabilities. This program, it clearly is not trying very hard. Yeah, it is not particularly trying that well. Then again, I am using a very soft airbrush technique right now. So in a way I can't blame it for being silly. Then again, I really wish it would just realize that it's essentially the same color. Instead of being silly. I don't want a silly program, I want a program that knows what it's doing. Can I like add a smidge on here? Maybe a tad bit right here. And here. Come on. There we go. A lot better. Let's see, where did I miss? Right there. Yeah. We all know your nonsense. Nonsense. Let's fix this up just a tad. music you're hearing, by the way, is a combination of my music and some temporary music I'm using. Right now it's playing one of my tracks called Esperanza. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure someone else would tell me that I'm wrong. No idea. Esperanza. I think that's how it is. Probably an extra layer of shading here should be good enough. What am I going to do with you, Gimp? Can we not? I really need to work on my repetition when I'm making songs. It's a bad habit. I tend to dwell on one sound for a little bit, then it gets out of hand. Oh, and yes, all these are actually in-game stuff I'm using. Won't necessarily say where it's all from, just that it is. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Alright, we are probably going to be done pretty soon with this character, so just wanted to point that out. And we should be moving on to a new one pretty soon. In only 39 minutes. Wow, that did not take long. Sometimes this takes a couple hours, depending on how slow things are going overall. But I think we can get this one done within the hour. Probably should zoom in so the quality isn't damaged. Let's try that again with actual zooming in being done, because I know I can do it better than that. That's no way around that one. Anyway, I have 4 more characters I actually have to do after I finish these ones in order to complete the elven appearances for the main character. But hopefully that won't take too much longer, and I'll probably actually do another stream once I do, because I like to record the game development process as I go, slowly but surely. I tried to go outside the conventions of some of the other character appearances with the humans. I wanted to go for a little bit less just straight out beauty kind of characters with these ones, because while you can get away with that with an elf, elves can be pretty rugged if they want to be. Like this one has an eye patch, a little bit more rugged looking than some elves would normally be considered. I don't know what all I'm going to do for these elves though, especially with the sprite department, considering I happen to lack a lot of those. Can you stop that? I keep noticing it says control for some odd reason, and I don't know why. Slightly concerning. Then again, I'm very new to these tablet drawing devices. I'm more familiar with mouse and pen and pencil, that sort of thing. I don't actually color with those, I'm just familiar more with just natural drawing, is my point. So this is kind of a rough patch for me, trying to figure out all the different nuances of this. I'm pretty proud of the progress I've made so far, but I have a lot to learn when it comes to a lot of digital art stuff. I try to do as much graphic design as I can for the game as I can afford to, because I really don't want to have to get a person on board just for that right now. That kind of thing is kind of like a minimalist thing. I'm going for a minimalist outlook when I'm developing this game, because I know I can't buy what I really want. I'm more interested in buying what I need. And what I really need is character sprites, and I have none of those to work with. So even if I were to say, okay, so essentially my situation is this. If I were to release the game, okay, say I completed the game without using any custom assets and stuff, a lot of characters would end up looking samey, especially the elves, because, spoiler alert, there are not that many elf designs in RPG Maker XP, or indeed some of the other RPG makers. They just have like a handful of elf characters and then boom, done. That won't work. Not in my world, unfortunately. Because you see, I have a lot of elves and I have a lot of other stuff. I have a lot of crazy, weird people. I have weird designs and I have weird monsters, and I want them all to be represented in the actual game. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need a sprite artist. And that's the kind of thing I would actually pay right on the spot for. Now things like graphic design can kind of wait, because I can tinker with that a little tad bit, but I can't do huge amounts of it, is the problem. So I can definitely stave it off for a little bit, but I eventually will need to get a professional essentially I'll have to completely redo the graphic design of some of the game's design and stuff, like the window skin. That's not the best I can do. Well, best I could have, and I know that, so it's all just stand-ins until I get what I need. But that's what it means to work by yourself. That's a hard reality, and not a lot of game developers seem to understand when they first start this. I didn't understand that. I learned very quickly though, and I'm kind of used to the idea of not getting what I want, but what I need. And what I need is a lot of things, but I have to kind of prioritize what I really need the most versus what I can live without. And what I really couldn't live without in a complete game at this point is sprites for every monster and every character, because some of these characters do not look at all like their sprites that they're going to have. Like when you play an elf in the upcoming version of the game, you go like, that's my character in comparison to this. Yeah, you'll definitely notice, you will unquestionably notice a difference in design. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not an elf with an eye patch in RPG Maker's default graphics. So yeah, you guys will definitely know when that shows up. And continuing. Alright, now I need to kind of touch up on the last couple of colors, and then we'll be good to go for export. Come on. There we go. one down. And one more to go. Oh joy, that's not gonna be annoying or anything. Not at all. Wait, did I not do this one right? Ah, man, I'm missing everything. Jeez, what's wrong with me today? I am making so many stupid mistakes today. Let me fix that. Click. And I'll have to smudge this as well. Most likely. Let's fix you up. Yeah. People are going to notice that. Unless they're not very observant. But eventually someone would notice. I would hope someone would notice. I do not want to be a lazy bum when it comes to my character design to begin with, so well, getting called out was a good enough reason to do a good job on your work, I find. Don't want to get called out for your nonsense. Might as well do what you're supposed to. And that's actually make your characters look nice. Alright. Going to duplicate layer, and I'm going to see how this looks before I do anything. Edge. Right, subtract. Does shading hold up much? Is it a drastic difference? I think it's okay. Someone talk to me, jeez. Here's what the background looks like. And here's the character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. Fun begins. Elf 1 JPEG. Export. That was the easy part, if you would believe that. Let's do this. We're gonna need to scale her quite a bit down. Let's do, say, let's say 300. No, actually I was right the first time. 231, I'd say 300. I'm going to assume that's good. That actually worked. How big is this image now? Oh, that did not work as I expected. Let's try this a different way. 321, 221. 300 scale. Does it look right? Moment of truth. Export as, pictures, graphics, battlers, and switch to ping. And now to see if it actually worked. Okay. Not what I want you. Something tells me that this one's too big. Which one is it? It's you. So I gotta remember that. Playtest. I think it was 13? I can't remember. One. Try again. I think it was 12. Yep, I knew I didn't get it right. Yeah, she should be more down here, so it needs to be a little bit smaller. Okay. Alright. Shrink you down, probably more like that. That should be good. And want to autocrop. And overwrite. And try again. Still too big. A little bit smaller though. Probably more like that is what we want. Auto crop. Export. Try again. Now I went and did the complete opposite of what I needed to do. Made her too small. Okay, so remember, about there is where I don't want to go, so probably just like that. Auto crop, bang. Now try it again. Okay, that's good. We're good. Okay. That was one. I will be right back while I put up the next image. Back, and I am going to scan now. Oh, let me give you back the screen. That's not what I meant to do. No! Gosh darn it. Okay, I'll just do this. Trying to make things hard on me. This one is the Elven Mage. Of course it would do that. And of course it would do that as well. Cropping is really not my favorite thing to do. It's always gotta mess with me. Alright, so if I do this, are you gonna give me crap? No? Good. This one's going to be noticeably easier to do. For a couple reasons. Okay. Good gracious, I'm already getting tired. This does not bode well. Don't you dare. How does... Oh, I guess that makes sense. Might do to pay attention to what layer I'm putting things on. To put blue there or to leave it transparent. Leave it transparent. I'm gonna do that. I really got the sick of color theme for once. Instead of making my characters rainbows. How about I do that? Let's try that. I did not click that. I don't know what you're thinking, but I did not click that. I'm almost curious to see what would happen if I did this for eyes. Did not work. Why am I not surprised? Okay, I might tweak with that a little bit more because I like the idea actually. Let's try it. Can you stop, please? Works out how to make that a lot brighter. Contrast. Knock that off. I do not know why it has that tendency to do that when I'm trying to get really small parts in. World out to annoy me. Looks about right. Nope. Never mind. Thought someone was talking to me. They were not. Still alone. I have no problem with that. Aside from the potential of me ending the stream early out of boredom. For now, I'm not bored. That's all that matters. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna need another shade. Right, this. Let me guess, it's not gonna register some of this properly. How did I know? Start by registering it properly for once, please, Gimp. That would be appreciated. The reason I don't use Photoshop, by the way, is I did have Photoshop, but we couldn't download it again after a certain number of downloads, so we basically just said, screw it, giving up. And plus now I hear that there is no, you own Photoshop permanently. You actually can only buy a license and have to renew it every couple of months. Now, I'm not the most well-off person in the world to begin with. I don't have the money. I would rather save my money than do a subscription service for Photoshop. I mean, this is just as serviceable as Photoshop. Let's be honest right now. I have been using this for years without Photoshop. Does it seem like my art actually is suffering for it? It is not, I will tell you right now. Most of my learning has been on this program, and it has been pretty good and faithful. I don't even know why I would go back to Photoshop except for maybe special effects on layers like glowing effects, because glowing effects are awesome and I love glowing effects so much. That's like the only thing that I would ever go back for. If GIMP added glowing effects for layers, Photoshop would be screwed in my opinion. For at least my services, because I'll be honest, if I can get it for free like on this one, I'm not gonna bother with Photoshop. If it works, why do I need a different one? That's kind of my thought process as to why I don't have Photoshop, in case anyone was ever wondering. I do not like it when it just does things on a whim. It's really annoying. It's not actually doing it on a whim, it's just misclicking somehow. I don't know how. It just does. Man, I need a new mouse. Can't do much about the pen though. Kinda need the pen. The pen's pretty good at what it does in general. Despite some annoyances it does cause. It is still pretty much what I was needing for a while. A little bit more accuracy in my work. That's right, select none. Didn't do that. Oh, pardon the mouse bump. Alright, now to scale this bad boy down. Alright, now to test this again. So essentially make her a smidge tinier. It should be good. And another one is in. Let's see, which one do I want to work on? Okay. I will be right back. I have some stuff to do real quick. Sorry for the wait, I am back and I'm just now putting in the next scan. So give me a couple seconds, I will be done. Let's not get my audience paranoid today about jump scares that don't exist. My game totally does not have in any way, shape, or form any kind of jump scare. That would be completely false. There is no such thing as a jump scare in my game. Do not fear. I may be joking, or I may be serious. You decide. I won't tell you. And you can't make me say anything, because I won't tell you if there's jump scares in my game. I can't tell if something's wrong with the stream. Okay, there we go. I was kind of getting nervous. Okay, false alarm. It's fine. Nothing's broken yet. That is the operative word. Yet. What is with the scary music? No! Stop the scary music already. Be nice to my audience, please. Please be nice to my audience. Good lord. Just be nice. Don't give them the wrong idea about this game. It's not a horror game. Good lord. Next experiment. this make interesting eye color? I can try it. That is if... Oh, that's... You stay out of this pen, please. Okay, what am I going to do for the armor? No, don't color the background, please. I would really rather you didn't. Okay, so that's not armor. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. I believe this is what we would call the Christmas variety of elf. I am just hilarious, aren't I? Yes, that was sarcasm. Yes, indeed. I am incredibly sarcastic at times. No particular reason for it. Now, how do I want to go about this? I think I want a purple color in this design. And then a darker blue to finish it off. Yeah, darker. Needs to be distinct from the purple though. Yeah, that's good. I'm supposed to be using the silly freaking pen. Why did I keep forgetting? Old habits really die hard. Okay, let's see. I actually don't know what I'm going to do for the other two potential races of the game. I've stated that I want about 4 because that's kind of the best number I can actually work into the game. 2 is acceptable, but I would like to have more because there are a lot of races in AoD, the name of the extended universe, and I would kind of like to represent more than just 2 of them. But if I can't, then that's fine with me. I can do it in additional games, but I really want to have more than just 2. Because elf and human are like your very typical fantasy character to rely on. And I kind of want to try some other races, but I don't have a firm idea of what I want to do yet. It's a matter of which ones would work best for the character I'm trying to convey in this story. I have a few ideas, but I'm still kind of mulling them over at this point. if and when I actually do come up with an idea for a race, I will let everyone know as soon as possible. Because it's something that's kind of important to the idea of this game, because I wanted to go all out with some of the more... I've kind of grown up with the ability to create my own characters, so I kind of wanted to try and do that with one of my first major titles. I have characters that will be static, ones you don't really create much, more like you just fill the role of. But I do want to have I want to have plenty of games that let you actually take charge of your own destiny and story. If I didn't do that, I feel like I would just be really boring people. People want to tell their own story every now and then, but I also want to be able to tell mine, so it's kind of a delicate balance I have to try and figure out when I'm developing this game. So there's a lot going into the whole multiple races aspect of this game. I've considered Blizzard folk as an idea, though they're not necessarily the most relatable race you could imagine. I've considered animal people. I've considered a number of ideas. I might do orcs, if I can do a good enough concept for them. Once again, I forgot the most important thing about this. Make sure you actually have the entire color selected, not just a tiny portion of it, because for some reason, GIMP thinks it's okay to do that, and it makes this really choppy, annoying, this garbled selection. It's quite frustrating to work with sometimes, but that's kind of just the name of the game sometimes. You gotta put up with punches you don't like, and just get around them. Give you a hint there, okay? GIMP. Try to actually select what I'm trying to select. And pay attention to what I tell you. Can you hurry up with that there? Better. Okay, looks pretty good. Now for the next layer. I am probably going to end the stream after this is done, because I'm getting quite tired of the quiet. What is this? Is there something selected? Oh, I'm a goof. Well, you stop doing that. That is so aggravating. It keeps doing it. Why does it keep doing it? I want it to stop. That's all I want it to do. And do its job. Those two things. Stop and do its job. That's not doing your job. That's annoying me. Severely annoying me. Seriously, stop it. You're driving me crazy. Probably time to actually zoom in so I make sure I'm doing this right. Not that in. I don't want it to see a blank screen full of that color. I want to actually see what I am doing. Good lord. This really is trying my patience. This happens every stream, is the worst part about it. The camera just zooms in to full max and I cannot see a bloody thing. It is the worst. It usually happens many times a stream per design, all the time. Just so aggravating. How I usually go about making my designs is I will usually sketch it out on paper and then ink them, then I will scan them to my computer, and then I will color them in with my tablet. By tablet, I mean a little black pad on my desk that I use, which hooks directly up to the computer screen, so I can do all sorts of things with this. Besides actually just coloring, actually. I can use it like a mouse, actually. If I really wanted to use it as a mouse. But I am not that kind of person who enjoys using this as a mouse. Trust me, it is not that fun to use as a mouse. Seems like a significant delay between me and the actual stream too, considering I'm well in advance of what it is doing. Like, I'm looking at the preview on the screen and it is showing a completely different task than I am doing. Anyway, this will be the female elf fighter character. So if you play a female elf and you pick the fighter class, this is what you will look like. And there will be a male variant as well. Trying to see where all on the hair needs to be fixed. I love this song so much. I'd say that's pretty good on the actual hair. Still got plenty to do on the actual design, including draw a background. Stop doing that to me, please, and thank you. Good Lord. Just about done. Oh, will you stop doing that? I swear that is the single most annoying thing. I hope we're done with that nonsense, because that gets really, really old. Okay, edge detect. Please don't tear my color quality to shreds. Okay. Last thing I really need to do is work on these eyes. And add the background. Cancel. Do not do that or I will be really mad at you. And let's shrink her down a little bit more. Let's see how this works. Export as, pictures, graphics, spiralers. Ping. Once again, it is that time to replace the battler. Let's see. Just a tad too big. Need to be smaller by a smidge, I think. I want to say that's a bit better. Okay. Okay, before my head absolutely kills me, I'm going to end the stream. I'm sorry I did not get to finish all of the designs today, but I probably would get more done if I actually had the motivation to, but right now, live stream's kind of dull. I'm just gonna end it for now. I may work off camera, so tomorrow you may hear about me finishing these, you may not, who knows. It's really just a matter of whimsy at this point. But anyway, thank you for watching this live stream, and I hope to see you guys later. I'll try and do more in the future, sometime soon. Bye guys.